Hi, I'm Santino Salvadore, and you're watching Unsung Songs Downunder.
Hi, I'm Eric Stripparo, and you are watching Unsung Songs Down Under. As the great and one and only guest of the show, Santino Salvadore, has just said. Santino is joining us from not so far away. This is an episode that we're shooting again through a Zoom session because lockdown is fucking with us. And here we are from Randwick, just a few steps away, but actually we cannot see each other. And welcome to the show, Santino.
Hello, thank you for hosting this wonderful show. Actually, yes, I'm in Coogee, you're in Randwick, and we can see each other. But fortunately and unfortunately, technology is there for us.
That's right. So for who doesn't know it, Coogee and Randwick are basically the same thing. It's just like really 1 kilometer away. Probably stepped in front of your house today when I was having my morning walk. But there you go. So, Santino, normally I would start asking you lots of questions and everything, but I see you have your guitar ready, so why don't you play us something right away?
I'll do some of your time. I'll do, just in case people haven't heard of this song yet. It's my latest single, came out on the 10th of September, and it's a nice and catchy and poppy, folky stuff song. Alrighty, let's do it. There must be a side of you that will finally let go of the hard times, of the dark nights, only God knows. I know there's a side of you that will allow me to go into your eyes, into your once again. Now please don't pretend and don't be shy, 'cause I know you wouldn't lie. I'm just asking you here some of your time, and I wish I had a guide, a book that tell me all the how to follow, how to go on from these last words. But please don't pretend and don't be shy, 'cause I know you wouldn't lie. I'm just asking you here some of your time. Please don't pretend and don't be shy, 'cause I know you wouldn't lie. I'm just asking you here some of your time. I'm just asking you here some of your time.
Incredible. That's amazing.
Thank you.
You
Thanks
get this
so much
incredible rhythm and beats that you're percussing on the guitar. It's really cool. And the voice is amazing. I like that, a bit croaky and so powerful.
Thank you. Well, that is not actually, I was training with cigarettes and alcohol. So that was the only way to get this kind of vocals. But I haven't been trained yet. Today I've got one singing lesson today. So I'm looking to always improve myself and have more options in my vocal cords.
Sounds really good. Yeah. It seems to be the trend. I've just started getting singing lessons myself. It's quite the thing these days, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think, it's always been like this. Like, your vocals is the most important thing of the song. Like, if you're doing an instrumental, probably the instrument that leads the melody is the most important. So in a song with lyrics, So you need to train your vocals as much as you do with the instruments, I guess, because I've been leaving that behind myself. So I don't know about you.
It's something that I have left behind as well, and I've been doing a lot of training on the road, but I never really figured out what I was doing. I was doing it, but I don't know exactly what I'm doing. So now I'm working with someone, and her name is Sarah. She's amazing. She's actually a soprano, and she's really, really good at telling me what I should do and what I shouldn't do. And for the first time, she's like, "Don't judge it. I'm going to judge you.
Okay.
Just be free. Be free. I'm judging you here. This time around, you're not judging." So that's quite exciting.
Yeah, we are the worst critics of ourselves.
Always, always, always. So, Santino, I think we have to give a bit of a disclaimer to audience, because I think, in a way, I think it's going to be very exhilarating and funny for who's going to listen to this today, because
I hope so.
we're both coming from the same country, which is, of course, Italy, but we're coming from different parts, from the north and the south. So for everyone who's listening to us, it's going to be a great music episode, but you're probably going to struggle to understand some of the accents in here sometimes. Maybe not.
No, probably it's going to be easy. You know, nowadays in movies, there's always an Italian guy in every movie, so it's all right.
They go around going, ciao.
Exactly.
Right,
we still love each other, although he's from the north. Don't worry.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely. There's no such thing as from the north. There is a lot of contamination in Italy. So, as everywhere else, I guess, in the world. But let's talk about you, Santino, and give us a bit of a rundown of your background. You're obviously Italian. You have a background in. You have influences that range from folk, pop, punk, rock, metal, and you've created this sound that you are delivering. And I'd like to hear a bit more about your background and how you actually landed in Australia.
Okay, so it's a long story, but long story short, I can say that until I was 18, I was growing up in Sicily. I grew up there. I was brought up by my beautiful parents. Giuseppe Salvadore is living in Scotland now, and my mother is living here. That is another story. But anyways, when I was 18, I left to Scotland, Edinburgh, and I lived there for nearly 4 years. I learned English there, although you wouldn't say, because my accent didn't pick up any of the what you're talking about, Pale.
I think
you're
it's okay.
right. Yeah. So.
I think it's better.
And then I was like, okay, this weather is fucking with my brain. So I moved to Australia, and at the time I had a girlfriend, and we came here together. Well, I still have a girlfriend, but it's a different one. Yes.
And how was your background musically? When did you start playing? Was there a guitar hanging around in the house, or your family is a musical family?
Actually, no, nobody is a musical genius in my house. Not even I am. But I wanted to play guitar. I guess, I didn't have many friends when I was young. When I was 15, I really badly wanted a guitar. And I asked my dad, and he was like, "Oh, you're going to leave it. You're not going to, practice or learn anything, because you do that for everything, basically. You get bored easily." I was like, "Okay, I'll prove you wrong." So did I. I learned the first song in the first week. It was a Ligabue song. Oh, there you go, you too.
That was one of the reasons why I've started playing. Ligabue is an Italian singer-songwriter, rocker kind of thing. It's like Jimmy Barnes in Australia.
Yeah, that's right. So when I was seeing him filling up stadiums, I wanted to be like him. So I grew my hair, and I started playing guitar, acoustic guitar. And I played it to my dad after 1 week, because I was actually practicing 12 hours a day, nearly between 8 and 12, because I didn't have any friends anyway. So I was like, okay, whatever. The situation in my family wasn't the best, so I started guitar. That way, we Italian singer-songwriter mostly. Then I moved to Scotland, and I didn't perform in front of an audience. I had done a few just 2 or 3 gigs in the small town in Sicily, but nothing really special. I wasn't thinking about it like a profession or something that it would take over my life. When I went to Edinburgh, I realized that the music was the thing that would get me through life. And I started, I had a break from writing, so I started writing straight away when I was 15.
That's what I wanted to see when you started writing, if it was something that you had to do.
But I had to do it because the way, since I first picked up the guitar, the first thing I did was writing. So I didn't just learn the song because I wanted to learn that song. I started writing music straight away. And even though I can't read anything, but I can hear, but I cannot read. So I write words, and I learned how to build chords and the structure of theory, but just the basics to get me around. And so I had a break when I went to Edinburgh because I couldn't write in Italian. I wasn't inspired anymore, and then I wasn't of a good knowledge of English. I didn't have any good knowledge in English, so I had to wait a couple of years basically to start writing my first song. And actually, the very first song that I wrote in English will be coming out on the 22nd of October.
What is it called?
I Feel No Fear.
Nice. Maybe we can get a bit of a sneak preview later. But let me stop you there for a second, and let's listen to some of the amazing work let's listen and watch, if you're watching this as a behind the scene. Let's listen and watch to some of Santino's work, and we're listening to The Smile of a Clown now.
To make you work, but she fucked it up. I'm looking for a room, for a reason that makes my brain shut. That makes my brain shut. I wanted to make sure that she'd be aware the life it was concerned while we worry and make things not clear. Make things not clear. I feel close to the smile of a clown. When my answer is I'm great, how does it sound?
Another incredible piece. When we were preparing this and you were sharing the songs that we could play today, you said something about this one, like being one of your babies that you love most.
Yeah, definitely.
So why is that?
Definitely, this is a song that gets me out of my bedroom. So in that period of time, I went through a breakup with that girl that I came here with at the time, nearly 6 years ago, actually. And, once I broke up from that relationship that I was suffering a lot in the last period, it got me out from my bedroom and perform my music properly. So from there, I started playing in every bar I could. So after the relationship, the song was finished, and I was so happy that all the people that I started to know, they loved this song, and I was like, really? Okay, let's then perform it. And then slowly we got a band together, and then we recorded it. It took me a while because every artist or creative can be an asshole and a perfectionist sometimes, but that was the result, and I'm happy with.
That's really, really, really amazing.
Thanks.
It's a good story. It's funny though, like music is really. Some people cut their hair when they go through a relationship change.
Yeah,
or
especially
shave.
the girls.
Maybe the boys as well. And depends how long or short your hair is, rather. But yeah, it's definitely
That
something
happened to you?
I have. I'm divorcee, which is kind of sexy, I think. But I'm married again already. So I came here with an Australian woman, and similar situation, didn't work out. But I'm stuck here. I have two wonderful children. So one is called Vasco.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. Ciao, Vasco.
It's pretty cool. We're skateboarding together and all that jazz. So, and he likes playing the drums, but he's also doesn't like to apply. Maybe later in life. Who knows? I don't want to push him.
It's all about focused. Yeah, don't push.
No,
that is
right.
the key.
He prefers spending time on the Xbox right now, which I understand.
Yeah, I did that too. Yeah.
So that's okay. So let's talk about the creative process, the writing. So sometimes the songs come out with words and music already. Sometimes they don't. What is your creative process, and how do you come up with an idea, with the process to actually compose a song?
There are many ways, as you've said. The songs that I write, and they came in all the ways and shapes. Lately, I've been producing stuff in a different way, but still, guitar and vocals are the way. So I write on guitar all the time. But first of all, I must say that 90% of my songs, they come out with the words first. And then actually words and music, they are two different things. So I basically write the words. I usually write poetry like in rhymes, but without any music. And then another moment, probably in 2 months or next day or in 2 weeks, I write something on the guitar that I feel it's cool. Then when the two match together, I put them together, and the song is going to be born this way. Sometimes I just play something and I sing something along and it sounds good, but that's not the way I usually write, because there is one reason, which is the expression. So if I write the words after the melody, then that will lose meaning. If I write the words before the melody, I can polish the things around with the words, so I can still have a strong, meaningful line. Yeah,
that's very interesting. So it's nice how everyone produces differently and writes differently, and how the process of writing and composing evolves through the life of an artist and the careers of an artist. So in that, I think that giving so much depth to the poetry as something to actually put into songs is an amazing, incredible way of working and
Yes.
coming up with things. And then, do you play any other instruments then?
I play
Some
harmonica,
harmonica, yeah.
but not amazingly. Like I pretend to play a few things like Bob Dylan did, and I play some piano notes in order to get me around with the productions and MIDI and stuff like that. Basically, this is it. I used to play with the guitar and the tambourine on my foot, so with a foot tambourine all the time to attract some attention when I was basking.
Yeah, I've been basking my life off. I've been supporting myself with basking and playing funerals, weddings, your trains, you name it. When you don't have a gig and you're a musician full time, there's only one thing you can do.
Yeah, you go in the street and just earn the bread.
That's right. So, but if life gets complicated, a bit more extended, then there's other things you have to do. So, do you have a day job now?
I have an afternoon job. Afternoon job. Well, it can be day in the morning. Yesterday, I work as an Uber driver now. I used to be in hospitality as a waiter. I worked my whole life until January. So I quit like a drug. I was like, no, I don't want it anymore. And I started because, the schedule in hospitality is crazy. And if you want to be a full-time musician, that is going to be impossible. And if you want to gig on Friday, Saturday, it's impossible. So I quit and I was like, I need to earn my bread with music. So, and something on the side that backs me up. So Uber driving, it's amazing. Like it's the best job after music.
Well, it's quite flexible. So yes, it allows you to do what you want and you can go in whenever you want.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. I make video stuff. So that's how
It sounds cooler, your job.
It's not necessarily. It's different. We both speak with people.
Yeah.
And we both listen to stories.
Yes. Okay. So
and we try to tell stories. So, well, you listen more in a car probably than I do. I listen to a lot of boring things as well. But sometimes you get the stories in between that are interesting that brought to that, and that's what really maybe gives you a spark or an inspiration for a song.
100%. I agree. Yeah. So it happened. Well, it didn't happen that I would write a song for a story by an Uber customer, but I did have quite a few encounters, and especially one person was very, very cool to meet. We had like a 2-hour trip together because he actually lost the car keys and he had to go back to Campbelltown from Coogee, and back and forth. That makes 2 hours of conversation. It was very emotional and touching. Very, very cool to drive people around throughout their days. Yeah, and I have also a business card that I give away in order for them to listen to my music. So it's a good way to promote my music.
I bet. Very cool. Yeah. So back to the songwriting then, and the production.
Yes.
How do you put your songs down? I know you're using Logic. I use Logic. Yeah. So how do you use it? What's your gear like? What's the process there?
Before Some of Your Time and the EP that is coming, actually I never recorded myself. I always gave the job to the people that are actually knowledgeable and know how to use, producers. So in June, I recorded 3 singles that will be out sometime next year because they're pretty upbeat. And so I want a little party going on there with people actually coming to the concert. But that was recorded in Pro Tools and previously usually between Logic and Pro Tools by other producers. And then I, when I see something, I try to learn it, and I taught myself how to use Logic. And here I am recording. I just recorded this EP myself with all the things played by myself, apart from one song. There is a collaboration by Carl Mardon on Stories for Winter, in which he plays acoustic guitar on the solo, and he plays also the harmonica at the end. But yeah, I use Logic and just audio box with 2 inputs, 1 microphone, Rode and T1, but I'm soon wanting to, upgrade. And then the magical instruments. This is an Epiphone 12 strings, and then I've got a Maton in my hands, actually in my lap, which is a 12 strings from June '96. I have a guitar over there, which is Epiphone Les Paul, and Fender amp. You can't go wrong.
Nice, very nice. All right, so let's listen to one song that you released not so long ago, before lockdown, if I'm not wrong. And I was following you, and you were spending a lot of time recording and promoting this process that you were doing.
Actually, this one was recorded. The audio was recorded in 2018.
Right.
And the video clip was out actually 3 years later, in May. This year, 2021. So, I wanted to get back on the game with some stuff that I already done, because it was worth, the work. The same stream, I think it's a cool and catchy tune. So I hope you enjoy the listening.
Thinking like you dreamt yesterday. I scratch with pleasure the mosquito bites. Child are knowing that's my routine sometimes. But there ain't no time, there ain't no time for the dream. Keep falling on the same street. Maybe it's just the wine or the strong cigarette that I smoke. Maybe it's just the people that I meet that I feel like I just wanna talk. For so long, I've been choosing to be right with no thoughts of compromise anymore. It ain't no time, ain't no time for the dream. Keep falling on the same street. It ain't no time, ain't no time anymore. Find out the reason why we were born. Ain't no time for the dream. We keep falling on the same stream. Ain't no time, ain't no time anymore to find out the reason why we were born. Ain't no time, ain't no time for the dream. Keep falling on the same stream. Ain't no time anymore. Find out the reason why we were born.
Another classic tune.
It's already a cult,
Uh,
apparently.
it is. It is. I like it. I totally. It's catchy.
Thank
I like
you.
that. I'm going to ask you something to help other musicians that may be watching us.
Yeah.
And I think this is one important part. There's a lot of self promotion involved, and the fact that we are producing and recording and doing social media and marketing and so on. And it's just like we've exasperated that. How do you find that? And or do you have someone helping you? And if you do, lucky you. But if how do you find this? And if you have any tips, any particular sites that you use, or advice that you can give, pass on.
So we can start with, do you think that your music is good enough for yourself? If so, then you need to practice the promotion side. I'm learning, music business it's been a couple of months already that I've been, around getting my head around some videos and stuff like that. I've been reading and listening and all the stuff that you need to know in order to have a successful release. So once you got all the music down, the production down, the arrangements, you want the people to listen to it. Otherwise, don't even bother to make a song out on Spotify. If you don't want to live out of your own music, then it's fine. Nobody's gonna put pressure on you. But people like me and probably you, Eric, when we write something and we think it's good enough, and the people around us, they say, okay, then you gotta learn the other side of the machine, which is the promotion. So basically, I do everything myself. I even learned how to edit video. I do everything on iMovie at the moment. I got Premiere, so I'm gonna learn that too. I learned how to record audio. I have a phone, so everyone's got a phone nowadays. So with the iPhone 11 that I got, and most of people got the 12, you can do basically anything. So I guess, the image is important. And it's important also to have something that it's satisfactory for you. So yeah, one thing that you need to know is that you gotta be anywhere and everywhere. That becomes your job. It's my job to be on social media an hour at least a day. I do that because I hate it. Well, I don't hate it. It's not my thing. But it had to be my thing. Otherwise, nobody's going to go, oh, hey, Santino released a song. Oh, hey, I'm going to listen to that when I'm doing, exercise. Oh, I'm going to listen to when I'm reading. That's not going to happen if you are not on social media constantly. Being constant and present, then that is the key. Yeah, definitely.
Sounds really good. What music are you listening to these days? You got something that
I when I'm cooking, I'm listening always to classical music. When I want to relax, and I listen to Chopin, and I listen to Nick Drake as well, who I love very much as a songwriter, and
very special.
And yes, very special live. Also, Elliott Smith, I love listening lately, but especially I love getting ideas from punky stuff, and I love getting ideas from indie pop, indie rock, things going around. I've got many things saved on my playlists, and I love most of the songs. I love listening to the sounds and the emotion that song can give. And I ask myself, why did I save this song? So I can reproduce something as cool. So anyways, it's always about analyzing eventually, because when I listen to Chopin, I even try to analyze, but then the emotions or even Einaudi is amazing. I love playing some of that music, definitely. So it's very, very much a mix. Apart from metal, I don't listen to metal. I cannot listen to dancey shit, or and also to techno music. I cannot bear it. For me, it's not music. Yeah.
Fair enough. Roger that. We're fine with that. You should check out this kid. His name is Jake Bug. He's awesome, and he just released a new record. I've been lucky enough to go and see him when he just came out with his first record. He was playing at the Metro.
Yeah, he's from England. Yeah.
He's so good. He's such a good songwriter with such a nice voice and very simple, on-the-spot songwriting.
I agree. I listen to Jake Bug. Yeah. I love most of all though Paolo Nutini. Like Paolo Nutini is amazing. I relate to him in a way that he plays in a single album quite a few genres. So do I. When I get to write, I love writing different stuff. So I love Paolo. Yeah.
All right, we're getting to the end of the podcast.
Oh no, already.
Yeah, well, we can go on for hours, but then we have to release like 7 episodes of this. we can do another one, but I wanted to ask you something silly. But what was your worst concert ever that you had? Like the worst experience, not the concert, but like I don't know. For me, it was playing in Germany in a place with some with my mate, with friends in deep in the east at the end of the 90s, and we've been booked to play there. We went there and played our things. Obviously, look Italian. He obviously look English. It was a Nazi bar, and we had to run after the show. Like we seriously packed our stuff and ran away. They liked us, but we were fearing for our lives, and we had to run away.
Oh no!
And that was the worst. That wasn't the worst, but it was close. I think the worst was when they wanted to book us in for a wedding, and they asked us to play Copacabana. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl, and they wanted us to go and sing it for the guests at their door. And we're like, yeah, maybe we can play with some spoons. It was the lowest. But we got the gig. No. We got the gig in the end.
Yeah. Well, my worst. I had a few, but probably not as crazy as yours. The worst one would be definitely one time I played a Hotel Ravisis, and not to name the bar at all, but yeah, I was there and there were like 10 people maximum, and nobody was, caring of the singer, which is almost a normal thing in Australia. It's not about missing the culture, it's about missing the listening side of the brain, so sometimes you just go in bars, you play, and I think to myself it's better if they just put a CD on. Anyways, that day I played my first set, 45 minutes. At the end of it, I say on the microphone, thank you for listening, you're amazing, of course, sarcastically. And then I get back on stage and a guy starts, he was with his wife and friends, like old people, not old, but over 70, so I would say old. And this guy starts yelling at me. It was like, why would you clap to these people? Why would you clap to this guy? Sorry. And I was like, really? Is he yelling at me? Because somebody on the audience, within the audience, they started clapping at me. And finally, after an hour, and he was like, don't you clap at this guy because he doesn't have anything special to offer. And then he repeated that again and again. And then, I say something. I was like, guys, thank you for coming to Revisis. Thank you for hosting me here. But for the people who don't like my music, you're welcome to just leave. And, nobody's forcing anybody. So you can just change bar. I got a call after a couple of days from AF, the guy that owns Ravisis, and he tells me, Santino, I love your music, I love your stuff. You know that. I was like, oh, thank you. Next gig that you do with us, please just be mindful of your words. Just don't talk, just play. So fair enough.
Yeah, cool. Fair enough. Do you like to collaborate with other musicians on other side projects that it's not
That's you? Okay, that's a good question. I usually usually I don't write with anybody, all right? Because I don't know, I just love writing on my own. And when it gets to write with somebody, it gets awkward, weird sometimes. So I'm not sure what I'm doing. So, but I do love collaborating in the terms of video and audio. But now I'm also collaborating with a lovely lady called Eleonora Catalano, and she's going to be singing along with me Some of Your Time. So we recorded together just a completely different version to what you already got in your headphones. So it's going to be interesting. So I promised myself for almost every release that I do, I would do a collaboration with somebody that is keen to record vocals or whatever. You know, she played classical guitar, and she played some vocals, and I produced the music, mixed it, and now I'm going to be mastering today probably. And yeah, it should be good, should be fun. So I love collaborating, although, you know, it's always about me. I mean, if somebody asked me to play on their own songs, I would be happy if I liked the genre. Yeah.
Nice. Very good. So, Santino, thank you for being with us. What do you think about that song that you're going to play for us to close the amazing podcast?
Thank you. So I was thinking of that. Yes. Sorry.
That's all right. Go on.
No, you go on.
No, you go on.
Okay, I'll go on. No, you go. Okay, I'll go. It's another baby.
It's another baby. But why do you think? Hang on. Why do you think of that? Now I cut you. It's important that you guys go and check out Santino Salvadore on all his social media. It's on Instagram, on Spotify. He's even on TikTok. I didn't expect that, but he's appeared in my feed as well. He's just everywhere, and his music is on all platforms. So you should just go and listen to him. Support him, and of course like and subscribe this podcast, share it, like, and if you have any questions or if you would like to join the show, please reach out, and we'll make sure that you'll be with us. Santino, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you with me today. It was an amazing chat, and I can't wait to see you for a picnic as soon as it is Liberation Day in this
finally, oh my God. Anyways, I really thank you for putting this together. It's actually, I admire you for doing it. You know, it's a good gesture of selflessness. So I really, really admire this podcast, and I can't wait to listen to many more artists that you go lined up. You can support me also on santinosalvadore.com, which is the website that I built myself a few months ago. Otherwise, you can also support Unsung Songs Downunder also on Instagram, and anywhere else you'll find that name on Google search. Meanwhile, I wanted to show you this guy over here. This is the EP that the same stream comes from, and The Smile of a Clown. So if anybody wants any of these CDs, I've got like probably 8 left, because I found them while I was moving. So if you want them, I'll send it to you, or we can meet up. Eric, one will be just on hold for you when we can meet. So
thank you.
Just to thank you for this invitation.
Well, how about then we do a giveaway of
Oh,
one video
yeah.
of one of those CDs. So if you guys are interested in this, just reach out to myself or to Santino, and you're gonna get it delivered to your mailbox.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I've just sent all over the world 3 CDs just yesterday. It cost me shit loads of money, but I don't care. I just wanted these people to have my music. That matters the most. So yeah, I'll give one away if you reach out, and maybe two. Up to you guys.
So you know what to do, guys. Reach out.
Yes. So apparently we are at the end of the show, as you said, right? Fuck already. All right. So we got a song that I got a song for you that is called "Where Nobody Sees." It's a special song because it's very delicate. It's about a very delicate period of my life. January 2019. I was hospitalized in a mental health institution, a few actually here in Sydney, because I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and I don't think I have it anymore, but definitely I did have it for a few months because, well, doctors would say that you'll have it forever, but I didn't have any episodes since then, since I quit all drugs. Anyways, this is a song that it's also the soundtrack of a short movie that you'll find on YouTube made by Pier Giorgio Mazzi Films. He made it called Where Nobody Sees, and I think if you got 8 minutes of your life, you might learn something, or you might just you're going to be intrigued by it. And this is the soundtrack of that short movie, and I
Thank you for sharing
it.
this.
No, my pleasure. It's actually important to learn
Thank you.
for us and for the people. Rain came again to wash some thoughts away. They were stuck without luck. Do you know you've always been with me? Is it still so hard for you to breathe in and out, or even shout all out loud? The hardest part is to overcome ourselves, but I don't know where I will go. I don't know what I'm gonna be. I'm just got lost in my soul. Is there any way I could get you back to me? When the clouds will come up, please close your eyes and see the light that shines within yourself. You're the only place to look for peace, where nobody sees. Don't you worry if you don't know how you feel, but I don't know where I will go. I don't know what I'm gonna be. I just got lost in my soul. Is there any way I could get you back to me? Won't you help me, please? And don't tell me that you're mine. Please tell me that you're but I don't know where I will go. I don't know what I'm gonna be. I'm just got lost in my soul. Is there any way I could get you back to me? Thank you for listening, guys.